See the next few years as not a dull day, but not a dull moment. There'll be probably something or the other being worked out day in and day out.
And that's what makes it a million-dollar idea, the fact that it is evolving so fast. So how are we going to see Rajdhani 10 years from now? Well, we'll find out after this short break. And in the meantime, we'll start our food. Welcome back. You're watching The $1 Million Idea, and I'm in conversation with Kamlesh Barot, the man behind the transformation of Rajdhani as a brand. Kamlesh, I started by saying that this show is not only an ode to the Gujarati thali, it's also an ode to Gujarati entrepreneurship. Did you always know that you would be getting into the family food business?
We had been, as kids, climbing up the cash counter where Dad used to sit down with his empire, and we used to always envy him and say, one day we're going to be there on that place. So we went into the catering colleges and did everything that was a timeline that we'd drawn for.
The other thing that stands out is in that today's era, you're a family-run business and the family is sticking together. How long will it stick together, considering that success is often the biggest hurdle in something like this? Because with success comes a lot of paraphernalia.
We started off with a family of two, which means my uncle and father were together. But when it handed over to our generation of three brothers, a cousin and two brothers, we wanted to get everything sorted out. So right from the beginning we were quite focused on whose area of specialization is what and what can he bring to the table, and therefore any contribution that comes from our wives or from our daughters or from our sons, it's always welcome because it enhances the offering that we have in business. And if there is a passion around a business, it works. If it's business and there's no passion around it, it's going to be a bubble which will burst one day.
It's a family business. It's a family that's passionate about the business and passionate about food, but it's also a family that's expanding fast in terms of business. Let's take a look at what the plans for Rajdhani are.
It's life. It's been a part of our life every single day. It's the topic of conversation anywhere you go. We've lived on the food, gorged on the food, put on a lot of weight, but it's just something that we cannot disassociate ourselves with.
Kamlesh Barot's lawyer daughter pretty much sums up what Rajdhani has meant for the family. The business has grown, as has the family, and even at home, plans for the chain are a constant topic of discussion. Over the next few years, the Barots hope to expand Rajdhani franchises across the country and the world as old-age restaurants and new-age snack pits. That apart, under the banner of Encore Hotels, new restaurant formats like Revival, Zest, Citrus and Bon Voyage are being planned, which go beyond the Guju Thali to multi-world cuisines, bars and lounges. As Kamlesh Barot spends time relaxing with one of the few distractions he indulges in, his pet birds, you can almost hear his brain ticking, planning the next project, the next outlet. And though he says that his business has evolved with little planning and more passion than vision, you can't deny that the success of Rajdhani has allowed him to, well, spread his wings. So when you're not planning expansion and talking business, what do you do? What is your passion, Kamlesh? It can't be just Rajdhani.
It's actually rolling around hospitality, because when I come home, it's the same business that I'm eating out at home. When we are back in our beds, we are actually in a hotel room sleeping. So for me, whether it's...
Doesn't it get to you sometimes? That your work is so completely ingrained to yourself?
It doesn't go off, but it's because of the compliment that I have with my wife, that we both from the catering college, and we were the only married couple in the catering college. So for us, whatever we talk...
Oh, you're eating your business, you're thinking your business, you're talking business, you're spending time with your business. What do you do outside it? I mean, does it get you saying that, oh, I don't want to talk Rajdhani today? Is there ever a time saying, I don't want to mention the word Rajdhani today?
I have my birds, I have my plants, I have my fish whom I do all that with in the free time. But
I'm sure you're thinking about Rajdhani then too. But anyway, what a successful venture it's been. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. And wish you all the very best. Well, that's a wrap on The $1 Million Idea. We'll be back with another $1 Million Idea next week. So do join us then. Goodbye.